Oh, hi. Today we're going to be discussing those little things that you just cannot, for the life of you, manage. And it's always better to, and of course, it is always better to focus on, well, what can you do? Well, I just taught myself how to do this thing or that thing. I taught myself reading as a small child. And I started with some very, very strange and rather heavy books. And the answer as to, well, why, is I was bored. The same answer I will give you when you ask me, well, why did you teach yourself algebra while you were on bed rest? Because you were sick. And the answer was, well, I was sick and I was bored. Completely bored, absolutely shitless. I needed something to do, or I was going to, I don't know, start trying to figure out how to take over entire countries. You know, I like to play board games like Risk, so I did literally mean in the Risk type of way. I am not, but there are things that we are incapable of, and I like to think that human beings can lend strengths. Okay, well, you can't do this, however, I can, or vice versa, and the two lead to helping each other out and making something good out of it. Okay, so big things that I'm incapable of doing. I cannot, for the life of me, speak without my hands. They go everywhere with me. Sometimes I can hide it by, putting them on my lap and just, if you're looking at me from, say, here on up, you're not going to really see my hands if I'm relatively calm or I don't have a lot of extra energy that day. But they're always doing something. And the joke in my family is actually, and it's actually a true one, is that I had to do speech therapy because I did not speak up until I was in kindergarten. And then I just took off and never shut up. That's not the joke, but it's kind of true. Anyway, so, but I had to go through a lot of speech therapy and all the things that would make you maneuver so that, the basic, what do your lips, what do your muscles do when you're speaking, and try to learn how to do that. Soap bubbles in a straw, which, by the way, is a bad idea in your initial reaction as a little kid. Unfortunately, you is not the first thing you're going to think. It's going to kind of breathe in. So I got quite a few mouthfuls of soap bubbles. And then I learned that blowing bubbles in my milk, for example, or would be entertaining but annoy the living snot out of everyone around me, because seriously, it's a very rude thing to do in the middle of a restaurant. You could dress me up, but you couldn't take me out. Also, it led to some interesting things, and I think I always have been a bit blunt. Like, if something is bugging me, I might not say so because I want to be polite, but it'll come out somewhere. But my parents took me to see Jesus Christ Superstar. It was a relatively belated production because this was not the 1970s, but I got very angry at and shouted very not nice things at Judas Iscariot, which I'm sure was very, very delightful for them. Our baby can speak. And apparently she doesn't really take kindness to people being horrible. However, I interrupted a production of Jesus Christ Superstar and had to be dragged out. Oh, these happy memories. So apparently it's speaking without my hands or an object. I'm apparently just trying to direct the orchestra of life. But, and being able to communicate without actually showing emotion, because my body and my face and my hands do not allow me to say things without betraying emotion. Oh yes, everything was fine. I really enjoyed it. I'm very happy. It's just not going to work. I actually had a hard time with that just now. So, but there are, I guess, what I'm getting to is how can we take the things that we can't do as individuals and as people? How do we put that in such a way that we can use our good, the things that we actually can do, to help out other people and vice versa? And that is what I'm going for, and that is why I am so very, very vocal on certain subjects, like healthcare, and on just living your life, because I've seen things. I know people who have said basically that people with disabilities shouldn't be able to get married or have sex, or these two, by the way, are not mutually exclusive, should not be in relationships, should not, and of course, well, how can they have individualism and how can they have freedom? Because, and of course, my innate reaction is to say, why don't you go screw yourself with a cactus? And, and no, sir, I am not behaving for you. I am not behaving for anyone else. Don't tell me what to do. And by the way, my life is mine. Exactly that. It is mine, and I will do with it as I see fit. Just like I want you to do with yours as you see fit. But may I offer a few suggestions? Like angry weasels and cacti and very hot, dry, sulfury regions. And of course, a extreme dislike for people who seem to be planning your life without your input. No. Girl, I get a seat at the table. This is my life and I am living it, and you can take your bullshit and you can get out of here with that. I am doing my best not to swear so much, not just because my mommy watches. Hi, Mom. But also because I don't like it. I don't feel right. But I have a bit of a cussing habit, so if you see me kind of hesitate, that might be why. But anyway, so there is that. And I am not going to restrain myself if I see someone doing that to someone else. I spent a little bit of time kind of holding myself back because I wanted to be nice. I wanted to be polite about it. But first of all, I am not an angel. I refuse to be an angel for other people so that they can do whatever they need to do and apparently not have any resistance. And so I have spent a lot of time doing that, and that is what this is for. And I want people to ask me questions. Okay, so how can I help myself more? What would I do to really show that I can do this and I can do that and I am good and I can pretty much live my life and I don't need to be cared for. And if you have those questions, please get a hold of me. I will do my best to summon up a more mature response than tell people where to shove a cactus. Or you just do you, boo-boo. There are, one of those things, by the way, I would highly suggest getting in touch with a trusted friend and or family member and an attorney, and putting up goals and ways that you can protect yourself just in case, because when it comes down to disability, some people are assholes. Just assholes. And anyway, so there is my advice at the moment. Get in touch with me, but definitely make sure that you have a proxy so that your wishes can be, are respected, and put your foot down when you need to do it. Don't let people walk all over you, and don't apologize because the sky was a different color than the other person liked and they are now offended and the world is now a horrid place for them. Don't apologize. Just tell them to gently walk away. And it is okay to get angry, and it is okay not to be an angel, and it is okay just to be. So anyway, you're loved, you are awesome. Do whatever you have to do, protect yourself, love yourself, and oh yeah, you don't have to behave. It's okay to live and enjoy yourself and get out there and have fun and not live up to the expectations of people around you who may have organized a bunch of reactions together because they really do want you to be safe and really do want you to be healthy, but they're going about it in a bad way. And some who just want something. And yes, I am on this subject because I've had to deal, and I don't want other people being hurt, and this being Epilepsy Awareness Month, there are some things that come in, especially when I was uncontrolled and could not, for the life of me, find a medication that would help, coupled with all of the attendant irritations and all the attendant the inability to eat properly because or the inability to keep emotions at bay because everything was just full. And so definitely know your limits, know your worth, love yourselves, and if something isn't right, call things out. And if I would highly suggest getting in touch with an attorney over proxy, and make sure that even if you cannot speak, that your wishes are completely followed, and if they're not, it's okay to be angry. Also, it's okay to have emotions, and it's okay to have negative emotions. So get on out there and just love and enjoy and take care of you. Love you. Go on out there and treat yourselves and have a blessed almost Thanksgiving, and you are so loved. Take good care.